After 4 days of near non-stop intimidation and China banging on the war drum just kilometers around the island of Taiwan, the country will now be holding live-fire military drills. Taiwan, the island, will be holding live-fire military drills this week, simulating an offensive defense of the island against a Chinese invasion. It's everything that Taiwan has always war-gamed and prepared for. Now they will be putting that entire military drill into action because of the Chinese intimidations reaching a certain escalatory level. The island's forces will hold anti-amphibious landing exercises in the southernmost county of Pingtung on Tuesday and Thursday. The Taiwanese army said that these exercises will be pointed towards deterring any misadventure by the Chinese. Remember, for China to capture Taiwan, they've got no choice but to land troops in an amphibious manner. That means boats and ships which actually go onto the beach, have these, these landers that open up, and then the troops just flow out onto the beach. They cannot do that in Taiwan easily because of Taiwan's defenses, as well as the lack of appropriate beaches on which to do this on the western coast of Taiwan. So it's a very challenging proposition for China, but Taiwan is taking no chances. Gaurav Sawant with me live on this big story. 4 days of live firing drills, Gaurav, just a few kilometers off the coast of Taiwan in virtually every direction. For all practical purposes, this is practically a naval blockade of Taiwan that China has already activated. It is everything short of an actual assault on the island, and clearly Taiwan is not taking chances. They've begun their own actions.
Shiv, in fact, Chinese action is being seen as a dress rehearsal for the real assault that's likely to take place in 18 to 24 months after re-election of Xi Jinping as president for life, and that re-election is likely between October and November. So the situation remains extremely tense. After those 4 days, China actually has extended its military exercises. It hasn't halted them. And this is keeping, as you very rightly pointed out, this is actually keeping Taiwan on edge. That's China's effort. The blockade continues as far as China is concerned, but Taiwan too is responding. Remember what Taiwan has said: we are not looking for war, but we are prepared for it. And their anti-assault exercises, their aircraft, incidentally, each time the Chinese aircraft, whether they are the J-16 or the Su-30 air superiority fighters of the Chinese, or even the J-20 stealth fighters, the moment they come anywhere close to the ADIZ, and in this case, the moment they violated the median line,
yes,
Taiwan has scrambled its own F-16s and Mirage 2000s. So their system, they've activated their missiles in the sense that they're acquiring the Chinese targets on their systems, not firing those missiles. But they too will conduct live firing exercises. They will issue a notification that there should be no aircraft in that zone when they carry out the exercises. So Taiwan is watching China's drills very carefully. China's drills are actually, in a way, ratification of their war games and an attempt to find out how they will go and get into Taiwan, and Taiwan's drills will be how they'll prevent China from coming in.
Okay, so it's going to go down to the wire as far as this pushing the brink of the possibility of actual conflict between China and Taiwan. Gaurav says all this is a dress rehearsal for what could happen at some point next year or the year after next. It's always the big game that China is looking at, and with the Nancy Pelosi visit, they've basically acquired the justification to escalate things in this very, very unsettling manner. Gaurav, thanks very much for that perspective and that update.